6 things your love for men and God must survive. Number 1, your love must survive persecution. The people who will persecute you will demand your love. The people who will spit on you will demand your love again. The Bible said the crowd gathered around him, some beating and some slapping, and some of them spit on him and said, "Are you not a prophet? Prophesy, who have spit on you?" That was what they were asking Jesus. The same gentleman who came to die for them, they spit on him and said, "Are you not a prophet? Prophesy, tell us among us who have spit on you." But the love of Jesus survived all this, and even on the cross he was still saving. If it is you, will you have any love left for any man? Because the same men are those crucifying you for a sin not committed, yet on the cross he was still saving people. There was nothing that the love of Jesus didn't survive. Was it persecution? His love surviving. He loved God and still loved men. One thing about love is that if you love God and you don't love men, it is not love, you are faking it. Because the Bible said, he who loves knows God, and who do not love do not know God. It is impossible for you to have love, and that love is only for God, but it's not for men. That is why it is impossible for you to come to church, give us offering. Your neighbor is hungry, he should die of hunger, because you and your neighbor are having issues. Your love for God must be equated when man is put in place of God, because you are not going to see God anywhere. You are going to be relating with men. Some of you love God, but you don't love men. You come to church well dressed, but you hate men. There are people you wish you can kill. There are people, if you have a gun, you will shoot them, because they have hurt you to understand that you cannot let it go. It can't disappear. Let me tell you something. You cannot lead in Africa if you don't have love. And I believe it's one of the reasons why African leaders are failing. They are using wisdom, business management, leadership skill to lead the country. Africans is a bunch of ungrateful people. Before you can lead them as a politician or as a leader, your love must survive their persecution, it must survive their lies, it must survive their bad stories, it must survive everything that is coming from them. If not, you can't lead them. It is not possible to lead an African man with that love. Prayer will fail because you give up. Because some people, you said, this guy, I can't keep praying for the way he's messing up. I can't keep praying for him. Number 2, your love must survive rejection. Until your love survive rejection, it is not love. And listen very well. There are people who reject you because of the family you are coming from. I have been a victim of that. Growing up, my father was a drunkard, and my father would drink for 3 days. You can't revive him. When people gather and we also came, they will cast us out, because our father was not having a good reputation in that village. So if they are distributing things, and if everyone commits a crime and gets away with that crime, and you make a mistake and commit that same crime, you will know that your father is a drunkard. Rejection. We face rejection in that same house, even from our own blood uncles. Very, very bad. And that's not even the most annoying thing. That one is fine. But you come to the church. There are churches, if you are not affiliated with them, you are not accepted as a pastor. If you want to bring Jesus down, they don't believe in you. Until you attend their Bible school and pastor a church under them, you are not qualified to be a pastor. You will go to a gathering. Myself and Profima went to one place, a funeral, and they introduced everyone and didn't introduce us. We were not considered to be pastors because we didn't go to the Bible school they went to. These are the same people you must love. They are the same people Jesus commanded you to love. Until your love survives rejection, you are not a lover. People will reject you. Some of you are about to become very rich. Those who reject you will be in need and will meet you, and it will be an exam. Like I said the last Sunday, it will be an exam God is bringing for you to write. They rejected you before. They will be in demand, they will be in need, and they will be in a position, and you are the only one who can save them. And God expects you to save this individual. Men will reject you. Your love must survive rejection. There is something about rejection. Rejection can make you look like a beast. Rejection can make you hate everybody. Rejection will make you have suicidal thoughts. When men reject you, if you have never been rejected, you will not understand what we call rejection. Some of you have never faced a major rejection. The only rejection is you propose to a lady and she said no. That's not rejection. You have not been rejected. Rejection goes beyond that. It goes beyond that. Your love must survive rejection. Number 3, your love must survive bad stories. The Bible said in the book of Matthew 28:12, the Bible said, and When they were assembled with the elders and had taken counsel, they gave large money unto the soldiers, saying, Say ye, his disciple came by night and stole him away while we slept. And if this come to the governor's ears, we will persuade him and secure you. So they took the money and did as they were taught. And this saying is commonly reported among the Jews even up till now. Do you know why the Jews rejected Jesus? Because of a bad story that never existed. I have resurrected, rolled the stone, came out, folded the linen. Whilst they were asleep at night, his disciple came and stole him. So the one out there saying he's Christ was never Christ. Even up until now, Jews don't believe that Jesus resurrected because of a bad story. Look, people will badmouth you. People will say things that are far away from you. Your love must survive those things. Assuming I was Christ, there are some particular group of people I will never forgive. I can forgive those who spit on me, but I will never forgive this group of people, because you are the reason why some people are going to hell. The Bible said they went and they announced it before Jesus showed himself to the disciple. It was in town that he never resurrected. They stole his body. So before he came out, they said your body was stolen. So no matter what you say, people will say your body is stolen. Yet Jesus so much loved them. He loved them even up until now. He still loved the Jews. Your love must survive bad stories. The people who say the bad stories about you will come back. You have to love them. Every lover must survive bad stories. Love can be turned to hatred if it is not managed well. Some of you, the people that are bad mouthing you, were people who once loved you, but you didn't know how to receive the love. Because of that, they have become people who will spread bad information about you, because you were not mature enough to receive that love. So when you don't know how to receive a love given to you by a man, one thing about man is that when they are giving you and you are not accepting, they become angry, they become bitter, and all of a sudden it becomes dangerous. Please, your love must survive bad stories. If they have never badmouthed you, get ready, someone will. Number 4, your love must survive every crisis. In life, crisis will come to you knocking at your door. Crisis will come hitting you left and right. Crisis will come hitting you at every end, every area, and every department of your life. It can be marital crisis, it can be financial crisis, it can be your job, it can be ministerial crisis, it can be family crisis. It can hit you so hard that you will not be able to recover from it. But your love must survive those type of crises. Crisis can try our love and make us appear as if we never loved God. If you want to believe if a man still loves God, meet that man at the state of his crisis. There are many men of God who said they love God. Look, they have never experienced anything. Don't trust that man yet. A man who have not survived anything in his life, a man you have not heard, he has gone through this and survived, cannot be trusted yet. So there are people who are these people who just slept and wake up the next day and they will start a ministry 2 months, and they are busy accusing those who have been in ministry for 10 years, 20 years, and they have survived. And I say, hey, you wait, take it easy. You are taking it too early. Take it easy. You pastor a church for 1 year, 10 years, and that church is still standing. That is when we can trust you. You don't have a church and you are showing people how to pastor people. The same people, if you put them in charge less than a month, they will take a break with that. They will run away. It's easy to determine how they should have scored the ball if you're not the one playing. How many dictators and how many people who are always watching will get angry when a footballer misses the ball? You could have just passed it. You could have see the person is standing here. Instead of you to pass, you are greedy. You know, they are calling people greedy. They are calling them selfish. They are calling people they are lazy. They don't want to run. But they don't actually. Those people have never kicked a ball. There was one minister in Uganda who wanted to kick a ball, minister of sports, and fell down. Before he kicked it, he was down. You see, minister of sports, you can play. You see, people can easily talk when they are not in the game. Amen. They can tell you what to do and what they are expected. Meanwhile, they are not playing. Your love must survive what? Crisis. Number 5, your love must survive envy, jealousy, disloyalty, and betrayal. Until your love survive envy, jealousy, disloyalty, and betrayal, we can't consider it to be love. How do you know a man really loves? When that man is betrayed and yet he still loves those who betrayed him. There's a saying that betrayal is not is a worse sin and it should not be forgiven. But in the realms of God, you're supposed to forgive, and your love must survive betrayal, envy, jealousy, and disloyalty. For you to know a man really love is a man that goes after to love people who have betrayed him. It's a man who go far to love people who haven't been loyal. Let me tell you the truth. If I buy a private jet for my wife, it's not love. If you buy a private jet for your wife equally, it's not love. You are just practicing give and take. Because in the realms of a woman, whatever you give them, score 1 point. You buy them pizza, you get 1 point. If you buy them toffee, you get 1. You buy them private jet today and mess up tomorrow, they will let you know that private jet is nothing. And they will let you know that they never asked for that private jet. You are the one who bought it. If you want, you can take your private jet. Amen. But we will call it love when you go beyond and still do good to a man who betrayed you. So your love must survive disloyalty. It must survive betrayal. The Bible said the brothers of Joseph betrayed him, yet he still loved them. Genesis 37, the verse 3. His brothers betrayed him. They sold him. They even thought he was dead. First of all, they put him in the well and said, well, instead of him to die of hunger, let's just remove him and give him to these people so that he will become a slave. So they sold him to slavery. They went home and told Jacob that he's a dead guy and showed him the clothing of Joseph. And then the father wept and performed his funeral. Yet the love of Joseph towards the brothers was beyond betrayal. Betrayal couldn't kill his love for the brothers. It survived betrayal. They were disloyal to him, yet it survived those disloyalty. The Bible said in the book of Psalms 41:9, the Bible said, yea, my own familiar friend in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, had lifted up his heel against me. My own best friend whom I trusted, whom I ate with and shared things with, have lifted up his finger against me. That's disloyalty. That's betrayal. Yet the love of David survived that. Your love must be able to survive all these things. If not, we can't consider it to be love. What have your love survived? Number 6, your love must survive pressure. There are men, when they are on pressure, they don't think right. They get angry with everybody. They insult everybody. They hate everything. They break TVs. They break everything around them. There are men, when they are on financial pressure, don't greet them. Don't make a mistake. One woman told me that it's all men like this. Anytime my husband is on financial pressure, she put it on me. So, well, thank God it's on you. If it is only on you, we should be thanking God. Some men, when they are on pressure, everyone who is related, they can't survive it. Pressure have killed many people. And when we say pressure, we mean serious pressure. This pressure, we say you are on pressure, you are not really on pressure. There are pressures that you must meet deadlines. That if you don't meet that deadline, you are messed up for the rest of your life. Let that man be on pressure and the child run and say, daddy, 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 slap you. But your love must be able to survive pressure. You should be on pressure, and men will not know that you are on pressure. Some people, when they are on pressure, they can't make a decision. They are so confused. They will begin to cry. They don't know what to do. I'm confused. That's because they are not used to pressure. Your love must be able to survive pressure, because there are pressures that will come. If you're not genuinely in love with God and with men, people even call you won't answer. What have your love survived? What have your love survived? Ask yourself this morning, what did my love survive? It's easy to judge people, but you yourself, have your love survived the betrayal? Have your love survived the disloyalty? Have your love survived the crisis, the persecution, the bad stories, the lies, the bad muffin? Have your love survived all those things? Are you having a survival love? Have your love survived the last bad relationship? Have your love survived that bad marriage? Are you ready to marry again, or you have given up on marriage? Are you ready to trust again, or you will never trust any man? So you begin to quote like, trust in no man. Men are evil. Men are all the same. Don't trust them. They will betray you. Anyone who makes those statements is a sign that his love didn't survive the last betrayal. A man or a woman have hurt that individual and the love couldn't survive it. There are many who no longer come to church because their love don't survive what the last man of God did to them. So they said, it's better I stay in the house, because their love couldn't survive the last betrayal in the other church. Your love have to go beyond that.